Seriously. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, we got one viewer. Is that me? What the heck? All right. If you're on, if you're watching from YouTube, I may not know that you're on. I will be getting going here in just a few seconds, just sending some messages to some people. Let me see here. Let's see. Add people. Yes. Okay. Just another minute or two if you're on. If you're watching from YouTube, there's unfortunately no way for me to interact with you, so I do apologize if you're just watching me fiddle around right now. I just want to make sure that I get everything set up the way it should be, and we'll get started. I'm pretty excited about this. It's my first time ever doing a webinar like this, so excuse me, I'm going to finish posting these links here so people can get them onto the Facebook page, and then we'll get going here. There it is. Bam. Okay, that should be posted. Alrighty. Hopefully that works. If you have any troubles or you're not sure what to do, just send me a message on Facebook, and I will get them to you as soon, or get it answered for you as soon as possible. Okay. Should be able to see the slideshow now, I'm hoping. Should be able to see that, I hope. All righty then. Okay. Give another minute or so for people to get on and join. Sometimes people will run behind and forget and things like that. If you have any questions, I will have a slide here in just a second. In fact, I'll pull it up real quick. If you got any questions from today's webinar, feel free to text them to me. I've got my phone right here. I also have Google Hangouts open. You can Facebook message them to me. I should get those. And then, of course, email. There's email down there if you want to email them to me. I won't answer those ones during the webinar, but anyone sent on text on my phone or Google Hangouts or Facebook messaging, I will answer if we have time at the end of today's webinar, or if it's, you know, something we're talking about as well, we can certainly answer it then and there. So don't be afraid to send those messages. Let me open up one more thing here real quick. You might see this. Yep, that's all right. Let me open that up, just make sure I'm not missing anything. Anybody? All righty. I know the YouTube link works. You can just get on and watch it right now as we broadcast and as we stream. The Google one, not 100% sure. Great. All right, welcome, Miranda. Yes, you can see that I need to come see you. My hair is looking quite a mess. My hairstylist is online, Miranda. She does a good job. If you're in the Marysville, Seattle area, go to, I'm going to forget the name now, Central Earth Organics Salon, I think. Drawing a blank, sorry. In Tulane up there in Marysville. It's, they do an awesome job, and they use all organic stuff and do absolutely an amazing job. Well worth it. So so again, if you just joined, you got any questions, especially if you're on YouTube, just watch, go ahead and watch. And if you got any questions, text them to me there. I've also got my Google Hangouts open. If you have that, you can Facebook message them to me, and I will be more than glad to answer them as we go. All right. Well, I'm excited. This has been something I've wanted to do for a while. I tried to get it set up, and one thing or another, something's come up. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I got 4:03 as far as my time goes, and I know it's a bit later if you go out towards the east. So welcome. If you are on Facebook, send me a message. Let me know you're on, and I'd just love to hear from you. I want this to be relatively interactive as much as we possibly can this way. But don't be afraid to ask questions or anything like that as we go through. Tonight's webinar is on using essential oils every day. I'd like to start off just by sharing a little bit of our story, how Jeanette and I got into essential oils. Can't go into the details, unfortunately, on it because of compliance issues. We got to be compliant with the FDA as far as what we can and can't say. We can't make any medical claims or drug claims. But about 3 years ago, I guess 3 years ago now, right about now, right? I think around May, June of 2013, 2012. So 4 years ago, excuse me, 2012, my wife started talking to her aunt about essential oils and just getting into it barely. And I remember back then, for me personally, I thought it was kind of hokey, witchcraft, voodoo kind of stuff. Didn't really see any sense in it, you know. But at the same time, I've always kind of wondered about them, because I've not been a huge fan of traditional medical methods. I've always felt there's a better way. But I wasn't really on board at first. And so she started getting a few bottles here and there. And like, I remember she started drinking lemon in her water and grapefruit and things like that. And we just started slowly getting a few bottles here and there, learning about them a little bit. But then fast forward a few months to September 2012, and my youngest daughter, Michaela, gets hit by a car. She was helping out on a church bus route. Whole kinds of things led to it, but she ended up getting hit, flying 60 feet through the air, and then being medevaced out to Seattle from Montana. And she spent 6 weeks at the in Harborview, 4 weeks in the ICU, 2 weeks on the pediatric floor, and then after that was transferred out to Seattle Children's for rehab. And long story short, it was really then that we really started seeing the value and the power of essential oils. We used essential oils on Michaela. We used them to support her body systems and functions during that time. And I believe that they helped as much as anything during that time. I can't go into a whole lot of details here online about it, but if you want to know more, feel free to hit me up and I'll talk to you on the phone or elsewise about it. But we really saw a turn on her, and really her recovery has been miraculous. And of course, the doctors get credit. Of course, I give all the glory to God and our Lord Jesus Christ for that, of course. But I believe essential oils played a big part in helping her body systems and supporting her during that time. And long story short, she walks and she talks and she plays, and she's just a almost regular 12-year-old girl now. And so it's really remarkable to see that. But that's when, at least I personally, really started seeing the power and efficacy of essential oils. And it was at that time that my wife and I really decided to get into it, to learn more about them and to use them. I've always been a big believer that God had, help out there in nature for our bodies and for our well-being and health. And so I really believe these fit that a great deal. And so we began using them, and really it's an exercise. At first we didn't use them all the time. We still don't use them all the time. I mean, it's amazing. We've been 40 years using essential oils now, especially through the last 3 years, and we still forget to put them on, and we still forget to use them when we need to. And so I want to just help us today learn a little bit about using essential oils, and I want to see different ways in which we can use essential oils. I've got up here a picture of one of our kits. This is our diamond kit that you can get when you enroll, and it literally has, I believe, just about everything doTERRA offers. And you can see that essential oils are just a small part of that. We have so many different products. We have products for weight loss, and we have hair care and skin care and home care, laundry and cleaning stuff. We got all kinds of different supplements. And so doTERRA is much more than just oils, and really there's so much value to these. And I just want us to see how the different ways that we can use these in our everyday home. Last year in September, we went to the doTERRA convention, big annual conference they have every September in Salt Lake City. And it's amazing how big it's grown. We went 2 years ago, and I think there was like 17,000 people there. And it was the biggest convention they had ever had. And last year, it was, I think, well over 30,000. I want to say maybe even like 36 or 38,000 people there. And the biggest convention Utah has ever seen. And we packed out the Energy Solutions Arena where the Utah Jazz play, and we also packed out the Salt Palace Convention Center across the street from there. And so it's just remarkable to see how many people are interested in this and want to learn about it. But last year at convention, I remember hearing Dr. David Hill, one of doTERRA's founders, and he's the chief medical advisor for doTERRA, speak. And during his session, he talked about how it's important to use essential oils every day. And it's not just enough to use them when we need them, when symptoms come up, For example, the time to boost your immune system and help support your immune system is not when you get sick. And so he said the important thing is to use the oils every single day so that they build up in your body, and your body is able to use them when it needs it to help its functions. And so that really kind of hit with me. And so daily use has been a big thing for me since then. And so I would like to just get started in sharing with you about using essential oils every day. And I hope this will help you, and I hope it'll be a blessing to you. Before we get started, right again there, if you're just joining us, maybe you missed the first time, if you have any questions, there's my cell phone number. Feel free to text me any questions you have. Feel free to send them on Google Hangouts, send them on Facebook messaging. However you see fit there, we'll try to answer them as we go and get to them later. If you send them by email, I will certainly get with you later on an email and answer them for you. But before we get into the oils, I want to just kind of share real quick about doTERRA, because for me, really the biggest thing about this is the company. And when we first got into essential oils, we weren't with doTERRA. We were using another company, but there were things that happened with that company that really caused us some concern. So we started looking at other companies and researching them and trying to figure out which one we want to go to, because our thought was that if we were going to use essential oils for our family, we wanted it to be the best oils we can find. We wanted it to be the best company. And for me, one of the biggest things when I was looking was a company with integrity. I am not one to trust companies just because of things they say. Advertising, to me, I don't believe it. I need to know from people. I need to know from testimonies that certain things are true. I like that third party evaluation. So for me, looking at the company as well as the oils was a huge part of the process for me. And doTERRA, to me, even back then, blew my mind. And today, now we've been with doTERRA for 3 years. It just every day, more and more, I am impressed with the company. I'm impressed with our founders and their emphasis on integrity, their emphasis on purity and quality of oils, and they are not willing to compromise that in any way. I don't have any doubt about that. So I just, real quick, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but some of you may be new to doTERRA. Some of you may not have even looked at doTERRA at all, but I'd like you to kind of see what kind of company doTERRA is. And so just as a little bit of a snapshot, doTERRA was founded in May of 2008. Okay, so about 8 years ago now. And you see some of the highlights there. And I just want you to notice the speed of growth that doTERRA has had as a company. In December of 2008, just a few months after it started, it reached $1 million in sales already. November 2009, a little over a year after that, it had its first $1 million month. It wasn't even a year later. Throughout 2012, they had regular $1 million days as far as sales of oils and product go. July 2014, just 6 years after they started, they had already 1 million wellness advocates. In fact, when we signed up in doTERRA in April of 2013, we were number 422,382. How do I know that? Well, it's almost our wellness ending was our number. We were 422,000 people, in doTERRA. And then you fast forward to July, you've already got 1 million a year later. And in December 2015, doTERRA became the fastest company to hit $1 billion in sales. They did it in 7.5 years, faster than any other company in history. And then as far as it goes now, this year, 2016, we've already hit well over 3 million wellness advocates. And one of my team members just signed somebody up, and they are like the 3.4 million something wellness advocate. So from April 2013 to June 2016, we went from 422,000 to well over 3.4 million in just a few years. That is remarkable growth of doTERRA. That is what it shows to me that it's an amazing company. But something else to consider too is retention. Most network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing companies have an average retention of about 10 to maybe 15% on the high end. And what that means, what retention is, it's a percent of the customers that order initially and then order again within 1 year. And they average about 10 to 15%. So in other direct sales and MLM and network marketing companies, you have about 10 to 15% of the people reordering within a year after their initial order. doTERRA's retention rate is 65%. 65%. That's remarkable. And that's not just 65% of the people reorder again in a year. That is actually 65% of the people reorder every 3 months. And so why is that? Well, I think there's a high satisfaction with the product and with the value of the product. I mean, the products are amazing, as I can certainly testify to you. And if you ever tried them or used them, you know, I think you'll agree as well. And along that lines, if you haven't and want to try some, let me know. Send me a message after the webinar. I'll be glad to get you some to try, and I'll send them to you or give them to you if you're here in the area. High satisfaction levels lead to a desire to share products and success with others. We've seen that in our growth. In just, like I said, 3 years when we signed up, we went from 422,000 some to 3.4 million now, almost 3.5 million. That's huge growth, and that's because the products are that amazing. People are sharing them with others. And not only that, but product sales leaders recognize the value of doTERRA's powerful compensation plan. And that's not what we're here for today. But if that's something that interests you, let me know, and I'll be glad to share that, because doTERRA really has a compensation plan like no other company I've ever seen. And I'm no expert. I've not seen all the different companies out there. Okay, I'm not saying there aren't any that may be as good as doTERRA's, but it is an amazing compensation plan. And so that's why people reorder. That's why people are continual customers with doTERRA. Some other highlights about doTERRA that I like to point out: their oils. They have a standard called therapeutic grade essential oils, CPTG, and that is doTERRA standard. There are no FDA standards. The FDA does not regulate essential oils as far as standards or quality goes, so you got to be very careful out there. There are a lot of oils that promise that they're 100% pure, that claim to be 100% pure, and they're not. And they've been proven time and time again through testing that they're not. doTERRA has a very high standard of oil, and I'm not going to read that all there, but the thing I like about doTERRA, and the thing that really helped me to choose doTERRA as opposed to any other company, is that every single batch of oils is tested by a third-party independent lab. The lab does not work for doTERRA. They are not associated with doTERRA, other than doTERRA is just simply one of their many clients. And so this lab tests every single batch of oils that comes through. I've learned about the lab. I've learned about the founder of that lab, and I have no doubt that this man would call a bluff if doTERRA was trying to pull something over on us. Their labs, their oils are continually tested to be pure. They are rigorously tested in up to 7 different ways. Every single batch is tested at least 7 different ways, and it's tested 3 times, I believe, or 4 times from the time it's made to the time it's shipped to its customers. And so they don't test it just once. They test it, I believe, 3 or 4 times. Well, at least 3 times. I think there's 4 times anyways. And they do some pretty expensive testing on the oils too, as needed. And so doTERRA makes very darn sure to make sure that their oils are pure and high quality. In fact, just a little testimony about the purity of their oils. Melissa oils, one of the best oils we have. It's an amazing oil. The crop a couple years ago was not suitable. The quality of the oil they were getting from the crop was not good enough for doTERRA. And so instead of just passing it off, I mean, because none of us would have known. Nobody that used oils would probably have known that it wasn't quite up to doTERRA standards. But instead of just passing it off, they said, hey, we're not going to sell to Melissa until we can get it to where the quality we want to. And they recently just opened up a new farm in Bulgaria, a new distillery. And so we should soon be getting Melissa oil. And so I'm excited about that. But that's the way doTERRA is. They would rather not offer a product because it's not high enough quality than to pass it off. And be careful if you use essential oils or you go to the store and buy them. I want to warn you, look at the label. If for example, you look at a bottle of orange oil and it says do not ingest or for aromatic or topical use only, hey, that's a warning sign. There's no reason why you can't ingest orange essential oil. It's made from the oranges. It's made from the peels and from the fruit and different things like that. And so there should be no reason why, in moderation, you can't internally use it. And doTERRA's you can, because there's no doubt about the quality of their oils. So that's a big thing. Another thing I like about doTERRA is co-impact sourcing. And again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. However, I do want to bring it out because doTERRA goes into these other countries. They work with the communities. There are communities of farmers all around the world that have been harvesting these crops and these plants and distilling oils even for generations. And doTERRA goes in there and they work with them, and they develop these co-ops with the several different farmers in the area to strengthen the economy of these villages and these countries. And they pay a certainly fair wage for them. A lot of oil companies won't. They will cut short because they can. And they pay on time. A lot of companies that work in third world countries don't pay on time either. And doTERRA, though, is very it's important to them to do this, to take care of these communities, and so they do this through this co-impact sourcing. But not only that, doTERRA has what's called a Helping Hands Foundation or Healing Hands Foundation, and it is the charity arm, the arm that goes out of these countries, and they do all kinds of things. And this is another thing that highly impressed me about doTERRA is the work that they do within the countries that they work and get their oils from. They just recently, in the last year, started this microcredit loans to people in developing countries to help them start businesses, to help them, develop businesses within their communities. I just read about a lady that's benefited from these microloans, and whereas she would have had to close her shop, she's been able to have it open and it's thriving, and she's paid off the loans 3 months early. And so it's just an amazing thing. They go into these countries and they build water wells for these countries. They develop schools and clinics, and they build hospitals, and they buy medical equipment, and they do all this kind of stuff for them. And they go in there and they teach. One of the big initiatives doTERRA's had is going into these developing countries and teaching the young girls and the women how to take care of themselves, and to providing them kits and materials to do that. So doTERRA is very involved in these countries and making an impact. I remember one of the earliest stories I heard was that the founders and some of our presidential diamonds were in, what was the country? I can't remember the country. South America, get our cardamom from. Anyways, they were there, and these people had to walk an hour and a half down the mountain to a stream to get, to get water. And then they had to walk back up the mountain, and it probably took longer than an hour and a half to get up the mountain. And so they, then they would have to boil the water. It wasn't even drinkable then. They had to boil it and filter it and clean it. And so doTERRA goes in there, and they're working with these people with the cardamom issues and setting up the co-op, and they go ahead and build a well there in their village, so that for the first time ever, they just go up to a faucet and turn it on, and they've got clean, cold water. And that's what I love about doTERRA. That's the kind of country it is. And so I just want to introduce you to that a little bit. It's an amazing company. I would not be a part of it if it was not the company that it is. And so I just want to encourage you to look at that. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it, but certainly consider doTERRA and all that it does. An amazing company. But for today's, I want to get into it now. And the thing I like about doTERRA, as far as their product goes, is that doTERRA is not just about essential oils. doTERRA cares about you. They want you to be well. They want you to have the best health that you can have. And so what they do is they really preach this personalized wellness plan that you're seeing now. And they emphasize eating right. They emphasize exercise. They emphasize getting rest and managing your stress. They emphasize reducing your toxic load. They teach about informed self-care and then taking proactive medical care when needed as well. I mean, nobody here thinks that, hey, you just use oils and don't ever go to the doctor again, all right? That'd just be foolish. But all these things work together to help us be as healthy as we possibly can be. And so that's what I like about doTERRA is they preach the whole wellness. They preach about the whole being. So that's something I want to encourage you as we go through this webinar here today. You'll see that they emphasize each of these points. And so they certainly believe that a healthy lifestyle is built on a foundation of nutrition, exercise, rest, and limiting toxic exposure, and especially educating yourself. They're big on educating yourself about self-care, about essential oils, about how to take care of yourself. And there are so many opportunities. I mean, you couldn't spit 5 feet without hitting an opportunity to learn about doTERRA and essential oils and about taking care of yourself in one way or another. And so they really preach the whole health and well-being system, not just pushing their product on you. And that's what I really like about them. Now, what we're going to go through today, and the handouts you should have got in a message on Facebook from me, is what we call our membership overview. And this is something we normally go over with brand new members within their first week of getting their wholesale membership. But what I like about this is that even if you're not a member or enrolled in doTERRA or have your own wholesale account, it still shows you all the different ways that you can use the oils and use them on a daily basis. So that's what I would like to do here today as we go through this. One thing I'd like you to do real quick for me is, if you can, take out a piece of paper, or at the very least think about 3 health goals that you have. 3 goals that you want to see in your life or in your family, okay? whatever that may be, and write those down. And as we go through the rest of the presentation here tonight, there's going to be some products that are going to stand out to you. There's going to be some things that maybe you're interested in or you have questions about. I would like you to write those down as well. Okay. If you're able to print out the handout I sent you earlier, then go ahead and just mark on that as well. That'd be fine, of course, as well. And what I'm going to do is after this webinar in the next few days, I'm going to get with each of you individually on Facebook and at least initiate contact there. And then if you want to talk over the phone, we can do that or however you want to work it. But I'm going to just follow up with all of you and just kind of, I want to get with you and see what your health goals are and how we can help you achieve those goals for you and your family. And the way we're going to do this is this sheet right here. We're going to look at the health goals you have, and we're going to consider some daily protocols, some things you can do every day to help you achieve those goals. And as a matter of example, I went ahead and filled this out for me. All right. And I can't put the concerns that I have on there, but I'll be more than glad to share them with you in another means. But for concern number one, it's a big concern. It is something that I should see serious help for. I'm not joking. But through the help of bergamot essential oil and through the help of our balanced grounding blend, these oils are able to help support my body and to promote wellness within me to where the concern's not that big of a concern, really. All right, so it helps me. Concern number two that I have, I use what's called an adrenal awakening roller ball. Now, this is not a doTERRA product, but this is a roller ball that I made up with essential oils. You can see there it's got 15 drops of clove, geranium, basil, and rosemary. And my wife thinks it smells like pickles. It's kind of funny. She's like, oh, it smells like pickles. I'm like, oh, I just put my roller ball on, so that must be it. But it's amazing. It helps me a lot with concern number two. And then concern number three, I use our On Guard blend. And I use it every single day. And so down below, you see here kind of what my daily, this is what I do most every single day. I mean, I forget some days. That happens. All right. But most every single day in the morning when I'm getting dressed, I put 2 drops of bergamot on the back of my neck. I take my Lifelong Vitality Pack, that LOV, Lifelong Vitality Pack. There's 3 supplements in that, and I take 2 of each of those. I take the Adrenal Waking Roller Ball on each foot. I roll it on and rub it in. The On Guard blend, I take and put 1 drop on each foot. And then frankincense, I put 1 drop under my tongue. And that's one of those, Dr. Hill, one of the, like I mentioned earlier, one of the founders of doTERRA, he does that, and he recommends that highly for everybody. It's one of those things that it just has so many benefits. Frankincense is an amazing oil. I love it, and I do. I put it. It doesn't taste the best, but it certainly helps in a lot of ways. Also in the morning when I have breakfast, I take one of our TerraZyme capsules. The TerraZyme is a digestive enzyme. See, a lot of times we have digestive problems. Almost everybody in America, I think I've read like 90 to 95% of people in America have digestive problems because our diet is not what it ought to be. And really when we cook our meats and our vegetables especially, we kill enzymes that are in those that would help us to digest those meats. And so we eat these foods and we aren't able to digest them properly. And so you get all kinds of things that come as a result of that. TerraZyme helps support our digestive. It helps provide those digestive enzymes so that our food digests the best. I also take 1 capsule of PB Assist. All right, that's a probiotic. Very important to have that. Do you realize that over 70% of our health problems, or not, I should say over, I get that mixed up. I did that the other day too. The majority of our health problems are because of our gut, because 70% of our immune system resides in our gut. And so the probiotic, the PB Assist, helps with that. I also take a Mito 2 Max every morning with breakfast. That's our energy blend. It is like a boost in the hiney. I mean, a shot in the arm. I mean, it helps. It's really good. And now, you know, a lot of things like the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I cannot preach the Lifelong Vitality Pack enough. That if you're going to get anything in doTERRA, that is what you need to get. You can get it every month. There's enough for 1 month in there, and that is one of those things that will help you with so many different health issues and supporting your body. I don't notice a huge difference when I take it, but if I don't take it, then I notice a big difference. And I'm sluggish, and I'm dragging, and I'm tired, and I'm feeling honestly weak, and all kinds of things. So I take all these things. You go on over there in the morning aspect. Every morning I drink our Trim Shake. It's one of our supplements to help with weight loss. I take 2 scoops every day with milk. I use vanilla almond milk usually, but I do 2 scoops. And then I also, with the shake, use one of our Slim and Sassy control drink mixes. This is a new product. The control line is a new line out this last year, and it is amazing. This helps so much with controlling my appetite. I don't get hungry when I drink one of these in the morning. I really don't throughout the day. All right. And so there's also, we'll see here a little bit, the control bars, little snack bars you can take during the day, eat during the day as well if you get hungry, and it helps a lot. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to try to go fast through this because we're already well into this. To again, do the adrenal waking rollerball on each foot. I have another TerraZyme with my lunch. I have another Mito 2 Max with my lunch. Throughout the afternoon, if I'm getting tired and feeling run down, I'll just use 2 drops of peppermint on the back of my neck as well as 2 drops of orange. We call that a peppermint wow. And that just wakes you up real quick. Throughout our house, most days, I won't say every day, but most days we diffuse 6 to 10 drops of essential oils in our living room. I got a diffuser in our bedroom, got a diffuser in our living room, got a diffuser in my office here. I think the kids almost all have diffusers in their room. And so we try to diffuse them as much as possible. And then in the evening, with dinner time, I'll take 2 of the LOV pack again. You take that twice a day, the Lifelong Vitality pack. Take another TerraZyme, another PB Assist as well. And then at bedtime, I put 1 drop of Breathe on each foot, especially my big toes. That helps with snoring. We diffuse Serenity all night long. And then I'll generally put On Guard again on my foot as well to help boost my immune system. So you see, I mean, this is what I do. And it's a lot. And it really is. And I remember back when we first started looking at essential oils, and I was talking with somebody about it, and they were recommending this and this and this, and they recommended all these things for me, and it come out to be like $300 a month that we'd have to spend for that. And I'm like, there's no way we can afford that. No way we can afford that. We'll fast forward a few years to today. I'll be honest with you, we order about $200 to $300 every month. And our income hasn't changed hardly at all. We've got some cost of living increases, that's it, but nothing much. And I do it. I find a way. This is too important to me not to get every month. And but as I'll show you a little bit later, what I do is I get the supplements usually, and I get my oils for free, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. That's something to keep in mind too. You can get your oils for free if you want to. But that's what I do every day. That's just me. I want to show you kind of an idea of something you can do with that. But if we go through and look at some of these different things, we'll see here some daily nutrition protocol, and this kind of goes in with the eating right. Okay. Again, I mentioned the Lifelong Vitality pack. You can see that there. Okay. You take 2 capsules with breakfast and lunch. You can take it with lunch or dinner, either way. I usually am out running around for lunch or busy and I forget, so I'll take it at dinner time. Whatever works for you. The TerraZyme, again, supports healthy digestion and metabolic processes. Okay. Take 1 to 2 with each meal. The DDR Prime, I mentioned this is our cellular complex. Amazing product here. We use this on Michaela a lot. Protects the body against oxidative damage to cellular DNA. Huge for your body. And then essential is lemon. It shows lemon here. You can drink that 5 drops to a glass of water 3 times a day. Grapefruit, that's what I've been drinking. In fact, you can't see it because I don't have the camera on, but I have a bottle of water here with grapefruit in it. Grapefruit's great for cleansing and things of that nature. And so you can kind of see an example protocol here as well, again, of taking something every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. And really, this is the basis. This is the base right here, the foundation of good health and well-being and wellness in your family. And so I highly recommend it. There are supplements for kids as well. We have vitamins and different supplements for kids that they can take as well. And so we offer products for the whole family. Another things to consider, diet and exercise protocol. Again, this kind of goes with eating right. This goes with exercising. We have the Trim Shake. I mentioned that as well. The Slim and Sassy Metabolic one that comes in an oil or soft gels. Excuse me, I need a drink there myself. And I like the soft gels because I can just take them. The oil, you can drink it in water. It's fine. It's kind of an acquired taste, to be honest with you. It's not terrible. I don't mind it. I like it. Very minty, very strong, but you can drink it or just take the soft gels. That's what I do. The Mito 2 Max Energy and Stamina Complex. You can take 2 with breakfast, 2 with lunch or dinner. All right, depending on the energy. I wouldn't probably recommend it dinner unless you're going to be up late because that kicks in, and it's definitely a lot better than any of the energy drinks out there. A lot better than 5-hour energies, any of those things. Another thing you can use for exercise, Deep Blue. Oh my goodness, our Deep Blue line. We've got the Deep Blue Rub. We got the 10 milliliter roller ball there and the 5 milliliter bottle of oil. Deep Blue is amazing to relieve sore muscles and joints. And you can put it on before the workout and after to help and soothe and support your muscles. We also just came out not too long ago with an athletic kit that has Deep Blue and other oils that are great for athletes. If you got those athletes, Miranda, I know your son plays baseball. That'd be awesome for him. We also just came out with a 1 liter pump of Deep Blue. So if you really are into Deep Blue and like to use it, Deep Blue, you kind of think of icy hot maybe, biofreeze, that kind of thing. It's much better. It's all natural for you, nothing toxic in it, and it works amazingly. And so you can kind of see some other things here. With the shakes, the trim shakes, you can make smoothies. You can make whatever kind of, you can get creative. Like there's an example there of the chocolate banana berry. Some ice cubes, banana, favorite berries, whatever, strawberry, banana, whatever you want to use. Cheerios, I never even noticed the Cheerios part there. Okay. Throw it all in a blender for a minute. Sure. Smoothies, you can make smoothies. There's smoothie mix out there. You can use fresh fruit, there's all kinds of things you can do. Get creative with it. You can use a wrap. You've probably heard of those wraps that people put on to help lose weight. You can make a Slim and Sassy wrap and do the same thing. You can even apply Slim and Sassy oil on your body to help dissolve some issue areas, we'll say. And so there's a lot of different things you can do. You don't have to just straight use the oils. You can come up with creative ways of using them. As far as eating goes, you can use the oils with cooking. We've got things like basil and rosemary and black pepper and different the cilantro and things like that. And you can use the oils in your cooking. I remember last year, 4th of July, I made some steaks. We bought some really beautiful steaks from Costco, big thick steaks, and I marinate them the day before in essential oils with some olive oil. And I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn here. You can ask my family, but they were the best steaks I've ever had, and I think they enjoyed them as well. And so you can definitely cook with essential oils as well. I don't have to just be taken on the body. I want to show you our new Slim and Sassy control products. These came out just this last year. They released them at convention. Amazing stuff. Amazing product here. This, it says it promotes feelings of whatever that word is. You're satisfied for up to 4 to 6 hours. It works. It really does. I mean, seriously, if I don't have the shake mix or the drink mix with my shake in the mornings, I get hungry throughout the day. And the good thing is if I do, I can eat one of these control bars. They come in apricot, lemon, and apple cinnamon, and they're good. They really are. The drink mix is interesting. My wife says it tastes like tea. I'm not a big fan of tea. I don't care for the way it tastes, but mixed in with my trim shake, and I put in a couple drops of wild orange as well, it tastes good. It tastes fine, And so it's definitely effective, and it uses all natural means. They've developed something that comes in spinach, actually. And so it looks green. If you just mixed it in water and drank it, it looked probably pretty gross. It looked like this green sludge, but it really works well. And if you like tea, it tastes fine as well. And it does reduce a craving for unhealthy foods. I mean, since I about 2 weeks ago, I started eating better and working to lose weight, and I've lost already 13 pounds in just 2 weeks. And these are a big reason why right here. And they do contain our Slim and Sassy metabolic blend oil as well. So amazing product. I encourage you to look into these. Another way of using essential oils every day is mood management. This idea of rest and managing stress. Oh, stress is such a big problem in our life. We all deal with it. We all suffer from it in some way or another. And so the oils can help with that. Diffusing is a big way of using them. In fact, here you see the picture is one of our Aromalight diffusers. This is a great diffuser. It runs up to 8 hours. It covers a pretty large area. And you can diffuse oils, depending on how you're feeling. Kind of look at this chart as kind of a guide. Are you angry or impatient? There's some serenity, lavender, some of the calming oils, Roman chamomile, balance if you're tense or worried. If you feel hopeless or withdrawn, there's oils like Elevation, which is our joyful blend, Citrus Bliss, another great oil diffuser. There are countless number of recipes and blends you can come up with. Look on Pinterest, look on Facebook. I post them to our Facebook page. Brown's got oils all the time. A lot of different oils you can diffuse in your home, and it affects you, and it affects everybody. I was talking to a lady on my team, and her husband has not been big into oils at all. He thinks they're a bunch of hogwash, but if she doesn't diffuse oils, he asks her, hey, why aren't you diffusing oils? He says he wants it to smell good in her house, which it does, but he's getting benefit. I know my dad was the same way. That's how he first really started. He's not really into the oils, I don't think, yet, but he's a lot more open to them than it used to be. And diffusing is definitely one way. I know my mom used to diffuse, or not used to. She diffuses at night, and he would remind her if she forgot for whatever reason. So you can use them. You can use them topically as well. They help with this kind of area as well, mood management. But they're great for supporting our emotions, great for boosting our mood and enhancing our mood. And, I know for sure if I'm in a if I'm feeling kind of cranky, one of the first things I'll do is turn to some oils like Citrus Bliss or even some of our new emotional aromatherapy oils that are showing here. These just came out as well last year convention. You can get them in a kit. You can get them in individually. You got Motivate, Cheer, Passion, Forgive, Console, Peace. All right, and each of these oils are specially made to help with this. I mean, literally, if I'm feeling kind of down, I will diffuse right here at my desk, Motivate and Cheer, a few drops of each, and it will motivate me, and it will put me in a good mood. It'll help my mood in that way. If you're having issues with forgiveness or issues with peace because of trauma or things that have happened, or you've lost a loved one and you need some consoling, hey, these oils will help with that just by diffusing them or using them even topically. And so it's a great option here as well. And you can even see the prices there. If you look at wholesale versus retail, we'll get into that a little bit later, but it's always best. Hey, I'd rather save, that's $70 some right there that you save just by having a wholesale account with doTERRA. So, but diffusing, a great way to manage our emotions, to help manage our stress levels as well. They are very calming, very helpful in that area. What about reducing toxic load? Have you ever thought about the things that you use in your life that maybe aren't as good for you? One of my first testimonies to this was toothpaste. Toothpaste is poison. It is. I mean, literally, you look on your toothpaste, your tube of toothpaste, and see what it tells you to do if your child ingests the toothpaste. You have to contact the Poison Control Center. It's right on every tube of toothpaste that I've seen anyways. It's been a few years, but everyone I saw had that on there. doTERRA's toothpaste is all natural, nothing toxic in it, and it is amazing. In fact, I can tell you that there are people that will share testimony if they could tonight about how many times they've used doTERRA, and then maybe they've for me, example, we used doTERRA's toothpaste for probably about a year, and it works. Your mouth feels so much cleaner. Your teeth feel so much healthier. It really does. And one time after about a year of using it, I forgot to order some, and we ran out. And so I had to go to the store and buy regular store-bought name brand toothpaste. And the first time that I used that the next day, I about threw up. I am not joking, not exaggerating. It was so gross tasting, and it was the exact same toothpaste we used to use before doTERRA. But it was repulsive. I mean, I cannot express to you in words how gross and disgusting it was. I mean, I seriously contemplated not brushing my teeth until we got some more On Guard toothpaste a couple days later. I mean, it was that bad. doTERRA is so much. In fact, today my kids had a dentist appointment, and one of my kids does not use doTERRA's On Guard toothpaste. They use regular store-bought toothpaste. And my younger two kids, they use the On Guard toothpaste. And, they're like other young kids. You got to remind them to brush their teeth, and you got to remind them to do that, of course. But the dentist comes out and is talking with me, and they're like, oh, my goodness, these two, their teeth are amazing. She said literally, and I quote, I am impressed at how clean their teeth are for being kids. She said, whatever you're doing at home, keep doing it. And my older kid, bless her heart, she's had root canals, she's had cavities and fillings. In fact, they got to go in and patch another filling that's starting to get a little space there. And so she's having problem after problem. doTERRA toothpaste works amazing. We use all of these in our home. We use the On Guard foaming hand wash. We don't use the laundry detergent. My wife doesn't quite like it for laundry, but we do use it for pre-treatment, and I need to order some more of that, in fact, while I'm thinking about it. But it's great for pre-treatment, and it only takes a tiny bit. It's not a very big bottle, but and it's honestly not going to make your clothes smell as good as like my wife loves Gain. We use Gain usually, and she loves the way it makes her clothes smell. The On Guard is not going to make it smell, at least to her, and I agree, it's not quite as good as smelling, but it's not toxic either. You think about all the toxic stuff that's in your laundry detergent that is getting in your clothes that you're putting on your body for 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day, sweating in and working in and moving in, that gets in your body. And that increases your toxic load. And so doTERRA has, and it's made with On Guard. It's used to boost your immune system. We have a cleaner concentrate. You can use that straight. You can dilute it in a spray bottle with some water. It's great for cleaning your house, counters, bathrooms, toilets, sinks, tubs, whatever. We use it all over the place. I don't even think we use any other store-bought cleaners really. That's the one we turn to for most any time that we need it. You use the dishwasher even, just a little bit if you wanted to. And then the On Guard essential oil as well. You can definitely help boost your immune system. In fact, I'll share this testimony. It may not be compliant, but I'm going to share it anyways. Since September at convention, since I started using On Guard every single day, I have not, by the grace of God, you're going to knock on wood, I have not had a cold or flu. Because doTERRA boosts your immune system, it supports your immune system, and it helps you in that way. So reducing toxic load, a great way to use doTERRA's products, and you can get all of these every month. You can order these and never run out, and it's just a great way to go. Another product that I like to use is doTERRA's Touch Kit. This is a kit of, you can get it as a kit or you can buy them individually. But there are 8 of our more popular essential oils. You can see them there: lavender, peppermint, frankincense, melaleuca, digest, breathe, On Guard, oregano, and deep blue. They come in roller bottles, and they're already diluted with fractionated coconut oil to an ideal dilution, especially for kids or elderly people. And that's really what I mean. It's best to dilute your oils anyways. You can certainly put most of doTERRA's oils on neat. Oregano I certainly wouldn't recommend, or peppermint might be a little too hot for you. Cinnamon, those things you certainly should dilute no matter what. But you could put lavender on, you could put frankincense on neat, but it's best to dilute it. And here is a product you can use to that's already diluted for you. For kids especially, or elderly people, you definitely want to make sure you dilute every oil you put on them. For example, I get these for Michaela. They're easy for her to put on. She just unscrews the cap, rolls them on the bottom of her feet, rubs it in, she's done. She doesn't have to try to get one drop out or things like that. It's diluted for her already. I don't have to worry about her getting some sensitization issues from them because the oregano might be too hot or On Guard might be too hot or something like that. And so it's a great product to use every day in your home and with your kids. And I encourage people, man, let your kids put the oils on. In fact, I have testimonies from people that have young kids. I mean, I'm talking like 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, that they will bug their parents or their mom or their dad to get the oils for them, to put them on, because kids somehow know they work and that they're amazing stuff. So this is a great way to go for them. Another way to consider and to use essential oils every day is to do a cleansing. We have a cleansing protocol here that you can see, and I won't spend a lot of time on this, but it uses the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It uses Slim and Sassy. It uses the Terrazyme. It uses our Zendocrine detoxification blend. It uses the Zendocrine soft gels. It uses the GX Assist, which is for your gastrointestinal system. Amazing product there. And it's got the PB Assist. So there's literally a 30-day cleanse here, and it shows you what to take and what to do for the cleanse. And of course, you want to eat better during this. It's not going to help you if you're eating, boxed foods and garbage like that from fast food restaurants or whatever. But this is a great way to go to help cleanse you. And this is a great way to start too, especially with the diet aspect of it, because it'll give your body a good cleanse to get you started. And then you can kind of like reset and start all over. It's kind of like rebooting your computer sometimes when you got to do that. So these products are amazing for that. It kind of shows you here the summary of what you might use. So in the morning, you might take 2 capsules of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is what that CRS, XE, Omega, and VMZ. You might take a Slim soft gel, some Terrazyme. You might use the Zendocrine oil or soft gel. And then, okay, my mom's telling me I'm gone. I don't know. I still show that I'm broadcasting here. Let me just see what's going on. I'm not sure. I still got 3 viewers, it looks like. So I'm going to keep on going. I don't know. I know she's at a campground, so she might not have the best internet. I don't know for sure. If I do lose you, this should be recorded YouTube. I'll post a link for it later. You can go back and watch it anytime that you want. Anyways, you can kind of see that here. Look at it. Take a screenshot. It's in the handout I gave you. Okay, Miranda still sees me. Okay, good. Thank you, Miranda. Appreciate that. So this kind of gives you an idea. You know, and again, there's a lot of different ways that can help you. A lot of different ways that can support your body, and you know, the different ways that you can use it. It's not just simply oils and using them when you're sick or when you're not feeling good or you got something going on. So, I mean, this is a great way to go. This foundation here is vital to maintaining your health and wellness. And so, you know, that's just some ideas. I mean, oops, sorry, I'm kind of getting a little button happy there. So there's a lot of different ways to use them. I mean, we could go on and on and on. I posted some tips on the event page. You know, you can use it for, one of the things I posted this earlier today was for spiders. You know, using peppermint in a spray bottle with water, peppermint and eucalyptus. I would use eucalyptus as well, and spraying your windows and your door frames with the spray to help get rid of spiders. You can use peppermint and purify for mice. You know, I mean, there's so many different ways that you can get these oils and use them every single day, and that's really the key. You know, when I sit down with you here in a couple of days and I go through with you your health goals, I'm going to help you find out what products are best for you, and what will help you with those goals. And the key will be then, and you know, if at all possible, get them and use them every day. You know, don't think I've honestly heard from anybody I know that has truly, honestly used the oils on a regular basis that they haven't helped. Usually when somebody tells me the oils didn't help, I can guarantee that they have not used them. And a lot of times, honestly, I can tell too, just, you know, by the way they talk, you know. And so the key is using them every single day. And there's so many different ways out there. I mean, we could spend hours literally talking about all the different ways that you can use essential oils every single day. What I want to share with you now is some of you, you know, may be kind of like, wow, that's a lot. And, you know, maybe you're interested in how to get the oils. Some of you, I know there's some out there that are watching that you know, are with doTERRA. They have a wholesale membership, but maybe you don't know what's involved with it. So I want to share with you a little bit about our membership. doTERRA, I like to think of doTERRA as a wholesale club like Costco or Sam's Club or something like that. If you have a Costco or Sam's Club membership, you know how it works. You pay a fee every year, a membership fee. You go in the store and you shop and you buy foods at bulk for cheaper than what you get them anywhere else. And doTERRA is not necessarily a bulk store like that, but there are benefits to having a wholesaler membership. You can order them directly from me if you wanted to. But it's not the most intelligent way to get them. It's not the best way for you, not the best value. So I'd like to just real quick, because some of you may be interested in this, and just real briefly go over the membership and what's involved in that. And if you're with doTERRA already, maybe you'll see some of the benefits to having the wholesale membership that you have. And so if you look at the bottom, when you do get a wholesale membership at the top there, it kind of shows you have a virtual office. You have a back office, we call it, where you can log in and you can order right there, and you can change your order every month. And it's a very beneficial and very valuable site from which you can do a whole lot of things. But as a wholesale member, there are two ways to order product. Okay, one's by placing a standard order. The other is what's called a loyalty rewards order. Okay, and standard order, that's a one-time order. Okay, you got to go in every month and order it and add it to your cart and process the credit card, all that kind of thing. You have to do it yourself every month. Loyalty rewards order is a recurring monthly order. You can customize it anytime. You can adjust it. You can even cancel it anytime. But it's on a set day, and on that day at midnight, the order will process. It'll charge your card, and it'll be shipped out to you within a few days. And so look, you can see some of the benefits there. With both standard and loyalty rewards orders, you're going to get a 25% wholesale discount. Okay, that's a pretty good size discount, 25%. If you looked at some of those kits that I posted, you know, you save quite. I think there was the emotional aromatherapy kit. It was $212 retail. Wholesale, you get it for $159. Frankincense, for an example, I think is $93 retail. Wholesale, you get it for I think $67. And so there's a huge discount you get with either order, with either a standard order or the loyalty rewards order. But that's where the benefits stop for the standard order. With the loyalty rewards order, it's really a loyalty program. You can kind of think of it as frequent flyer miles or rewards kind of card, something. With the loyalty rewards, not only do you get the 25% wholesale discount, but you also receive 10 to 30% back in free product credits. I mean, think about that. All right, you get 25% off retail already. Now you get an additional 10 to 30% back in an account that you can then redeem on free product. That's huge. I mean, you're literally saving 35 to 55% on every order when you go loyalty rewards order. Through the loyalty rewards order, you can also qualify to receive income. I mentioned already, the compensation plan with doTERRA is amazing. It's like none other that I've seen. So you have that opportunity as well, but you have to be on the loyalty rewards program. With the loyalty rewards program, you can also get a free product of the month. Every month they have a free oil, a bottle of oil that's free with a 125 PV order. PV is product value or point value. Every product in doTERRA has a point value they assign to it. And if your order is at least 125 and you order before the 15th of the month, you get a free bottle of whatever that oil is. And so every month it's a different bottle of oil. And so every month you have the opportunity to receive a free bottle of oil that's worth 20 to 30 bucks at least, if not more. You also get, it's not on here, but you also get every month, there's a product that's 10% off. Like this month, I know the HD Clear Foaming Face Wash I didn't even talk about that. There, you've got the Skin Care line, that's amazing. We use the Foaming Face Wash. I use that every time I shower. We have shampoo that we use. I use that. That's all I use in the shower is doTERRA shampoo and our cleansing bars, our soap bars. Anyways, sidetrack there. But, there's always a 10% off product you get. And then with the loyalty rewards order, you also get your shipping costs back in free product credit. So basically, you're not paying for shipping. For example, on every order, every month, my shipping is $8.99 that gets charged to my card. I turn around within a few days and get 9 points back on my account that I can turn around and redeem for free product. So there's a lot of benefits to having a wholesale membership and using the loyalty rewards program. You can kind of see here that the longer you participate, the more credits you earn. So if you sign up today, for example, with doTERRA, for your first 3 months, you're going to get 10% of every loyalty rewards order back. And it's going to go into an account that you'll see in your back office, all right, that you can then redeem on free product. And oils are point for dollar. So if an oil is $25, it's 25 points. And so the supplements get a little different depending on what they are. But anyways, you get 10% back your first 3 months. After 3 months, it goes up to 15%. After 6 months of ordering and that's ordering every month, after 6 months, you go up to 20%, and then you go up to 25%. And after a year of regularly ordering on the loyalty rewards program, you go up to 30%. 30%. So that means that if you order 100 PV worth of product, you get 30 points back that you can redeem on free product. doTERRA is a giving company. They give us so much. Not only that, but there are promotions every quarter where they have, if your order is 200 PV that month, you get something else. Like this month is a promotion for 200 PV order. You get a 15 milliliter bottle of Breathe. You get a 5 milliliter bottle of Cardamom. You get the new Breathe Vapor Stick, and you get Breathe respiratory drops. All that for free with any and every 200 PV order you place this month. And so they're always giving us tons of stuff back. Always. Every December so far, there's no guarantee they're going to do it this year, but every December so far that we've been in doTERRA, they give away a free bottle of frankincense with every 200 PV order. That's huge. That's $70 wholesale, $90-some retail. That's huge to give away with an order like that. And so you can earn up to 30% of your order back every single month that you order. That's why that's one of the reasons I order every month, so I can get that back. I mean, if I show you my account right now, I've got 600-some points, and I just placed a 300-point order. I used 300 points to get $300 worth of product, and I paid shipping and a handling fee on it. I think like maybe $20 was all it cost. Hardly nothing for $300 worth of product. And so it's great how much doTERRA gives you. How to maximize the loyalty rewards program? If you have a wholesale membership and you've used the loyalty rewards program at least 1 month, you have to order at least 1 PV of product to maintain your points. Okay, because the thing about the loyalty rewards program is if you don't order, if you cancel it for any reason, and you can, but if you do, you lose all your points, and you lose, say you're at 25%, you go back to 10%. So you want to order at least something every month. And what I tell people is order a tube of chapstick. It's like 4 PV. I think it's like $8. It might even be that much. I don't know how much it is, I guess, off the top of my head. But order a bottle of lemon. I think it's $13 wholesale. Order something every month so you maintain your points and maintain where you're at. At 50 PV, you start to earn. That's when you can earn points and increase your percentage. So if you're not doing at least 50 PV every month, you won't go up any higher. All right? It doesn't matter. If you're 45 PV every month, you're going to stay there at 10%. Okay, it's got to be at least 50. And the reason they do this is it's a loyalty rewards program. They want loyal customers to be rewarded for buying the product and for using the product every month. At 100 PV, you can start to earn commissions. Okay, so there's that opportunity there. And then I mentioned already the free product of the month at 125 PV. And so, they want people to be loyal, and they want people to order every month, of course. But really the reason is for me, I can't not order every month, because I'm always running out of something. If people aren't ordering it every month, they're not using it. Now there are some oils in my bag I don't think I may have ever used, but maybe once or twice. But the supplements, I use those all the time. The Lifelong Vitality Pack cannot go without it. The trim shakes cannot go without it. The cleaning stuff cannot go without it. The On Guard stuff cannot go without it. So there's always something to order for your home and for your house and for your family. And so they reward you greatly for it. It's an amazing program. It really is how much you get when you are a faithful member of the Loyalty Rewards program. And that's one of the benefits of having a Loyalty Rewards program. Some frequently asked questions about this. What are the Loyalty Rewards points, or LRP? Every time you purchase products through the Loyalty Rewards program, you receive Loyalty Rewards points. Loyalty Rewards points are free product credits like frequent flyer miles that you can use to buy doTERRA products. And I'm just going to read these real quick. It's there for you to see, all right? But I do want you to be aware of these. How do you redeem your Loyalty Rewards points? When you order your products, your virtual shopping cart will give you the option for paying for the products with money or Loyalty Rewards points. So it gives you the option there to use either one. How do you cancel? First of all, before you cancel, make sure you redeem all your points, because you will lose them. Okay, just mark it down. All right. And be aware also that you'll start over at 10% if you cancel an order. That's why I always say at least order something, at least order a tube of chapstick, because then you stay where you're at and you keep your points. But you can call customer service, or you can even cancel it online as well in your back office, either way. Can you have more than one Loyalty Rewards program? Absolutely. In fact, if you ever need to order again in a month after placing your initial order, I highly recommend you order an LRP order, set up a new LLP order, and get the points. That way you can earn the points. You earn the points on every Loyalty Rewards order you place in a month, no matter if it's 1 or 10 or 50 or whatever. And then how do I get 100% of my shipping reimbursed? Very simply, long story short, by placing a Loyalty Rewards order online through your back office. You can call customer service and order it, but you only get 50% of your order back. But to me, that's remarkable. So let me just kind of recap. You get 25% off of retail by having a wholesale membership account. If you use the Loyalty Rewards program, you can get up to 30% of your order back. You can get 100% of your shipping cost reimbursed. And you can get free bottle of oil every month, the free product of the month. That's a lot they give you when you add that up. That is truly amazing. And it's one of my favorite things about this. I love getting those points. I love getting free stuff. At least I do it. Maybe you don't. I love free stuff. And the more free stuff I get, the better it is for me. So that's our Loyalty Rewards order. I want to also let you aware before we finish here real quick that there's a promotion going on right now from June 16th to July 31st that if you sign up as a wellness advocate with a 150 PV enrollment order, and you can think $150 right around there order, all right, you're going to get a free bottle of Motivate and a free bottle of Cheer with your enrollment order. And if you do it this month, as far as I know, maybe it ended on the 15th. I don't think so. But as far as I know, it's still going on that if you have a 200 PV enrollment order, not only will you get a free bottle of Motivate and a free bottle of Cheer, but you get a free bottle of Breathe Respiratory Blend, a free bottle of Cardamom, a free Breathe Vapor Stick, and a free bag of Breathe Respiratory Drops, which are great, like cough drop type things for when you're having respiratory issues. And so you will get a ton of free stuff if you choose to get a wholesale account within this month. And as well as in July, you'll get these 2 free bottles of oil. So I want to make you aware of that. So Here, I want to also share with you as we finish up here, just some resources. And you feel free to take a screenshot. Feel free to write these down. I'll leave these up for the last few minutes that we chat here. A lot of resources out there that you can use. I just realized my cell phone on here is wrong. Wow. Just recently changed it, though, in my defense, in the last month or so. See my first slide for my correct cell phone, or I'll give it to you. Message me and I'll give it to you. I have no problem with that. But there's my email address if you need me. There's our Facebook page. There's another Facebook, the Team Dynasty Facebook page. That's a Facebook page of one of my upline leaders, Crystal Anderson. She's an amazing resource. Her page, she's always posting amazing tips and info and all kinds of help there and encouragement and things like that. You can always ask her questions on there as well. She's great about answering it, as well are the other several hundred people on that page. There's a doTERRA website, doTERRA University, the doTERRA blog, the science blog, all those are there. They actually have all been combined in doTERRA.com. So if you actually just go to doTERRA.com, you can find all of that information there. Another team page is the Success Express team page there that's listed. That is my upline Blue Diamond leader, Peggy Smith. Again, another amazing resource, thousands of people on her page. I think there's like 20,000 people on her page because she has a team of like 200,000 people. She's done it. That's a great resource. She also does training every week as well. That's a page for the recordings of them. You go back and listen to all the recordings if you want. Lots of great information there about anything and everything to do with doTERRA. And then the Abundance Challenge is if you're interested in earning an income, that's a great place to go to learn how to do that. Kind of takes you step by step in how to do that. And so those resources are there for you to use. I encourage you to use them. I encourage you to go to them, check them out. Feel free to give me a call. If you want, I'll give you my cell phone number now. It's 360-550-8330. Again, it's 360-550-8330. Feel free to call me. You can always text, ask me questions, whatever. Get me on Facebook, whatever means you want to. I hope this was a help to you. It was kind of a lot, I know, but I wanted to really just show you, and this is just a brief snippet of how you can use essential oils every day. I mean, we can get into so many other ideas for tips, and I encourage you to check out and join my Facebook page, The Brown's Got Oils. I'm always posting stuff there. Almost every day I try to post at least a couple times a day, and so great resource there as well. But before we go, I just want to ask if any of you are interested in getting or setting up a wholesale membership with doTERRA. Maybe it's something you've thought about already. Maybe it's something you would like to do. You want to get some oils. Let me know. Like I said, I'm going to follow up with each and every one of you in the next day or so and just kind of see where you're at. You know, if you're not interested, that's okay too. No big deal. But what I'd like to do is at the very least get you some oils to try, get you some samples, and go from there. What I'm also looking for is I'm looking for people to help me out by hosting classes. Okay. All you have to do is host it. All you have to do is invite your friends and your family. You know, if you can have 3 to 5 people over that might be interested in essential oils, I'd be glad to come and teach them a class as well. Just a basic introduction to essential oils kind of class. And so, you know, maybe right now you're thinking of somebody or some people that might be interested in this. Let me know. I would love, especially if you're local, I would love to set up with you a time to get together and just teach your friends and your family about the oils. I'm always scheduling classes. I've got a couple coming up this month and the next couple weeks here, and so I'd be glad to do that for you. Let me know if you're interested in doing that. I always offer an incentive and a little gift for the hostess or the host for doing that for me. But I would truly appreciate your help in that respect as well, because my goal is to share the oils with as many people as I can. I just want to share them, introduce them to people, and teach people about them. And so if you would help me with that, I would truly appreciate it. But at the bottom there also, if you're interested in learning how to get your products for free, let me know. Okay? Just let me know in a message after the class, and I'll be glad to get with you about that. Or if you're interested in learning how to create an income with doTERRA, I'm looking for business partners. I'm looking for people to come alongside that are interested in earning. Maybe it's just $500 a month. Maybe it's a couple thousand a month. Maybe you want to completely replace your income and you know, just go from there. The sky's the limit. I mean, literally, I personally know people who make well over $50,000 a month doing doTERRA. And yes, I said a month. The average diamond in doTERRA, which is one of the top ranks, makes $17,000 a month. You know, it can be done. It just depends on what you want. But if you're interested, you know, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you with that. Maybe you'll check on your sheet there or write down your level of interest as far as what you like to do, and I'd be glad to help you with whatever it is you want to do. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Send me an email, send me a message on Facebook, text me, and let me know what those are. I'll be glad to answer them for you. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you learned something from it. And I look forward to getting with you each and every one in the next couple of days to kind of follow up and see what you learned and what I can help you with. All right, I'm here to help, and that's what I want to do. All right, well, until next time, we're gonna. I should say too, we're gonna have a webinar every other Monday. Okay, now it won't be the same one; it'll be different topics every week. So the next webinar will be not this coming Monday, but July 11th will be the next one. And keep an eye on my Facebook page for that. I'll post more updates as well about that. And so until then, God bless you. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you learned, and I hope it is helping a blessing to you. I hope you have a great night.